Here we go then, the Italian Grand Prix at Monza, and appropriately we have a Ferrari on pole in the form of Carlos Sainz, who's secured a very impressive pole position with a 1 minute 20.294, I believe. I'll leave the lap times on screen in case I get them wrong, but what a session, what a lap. Carlos has been on it all weekend, and I believe this is his 4th pole of his career, and possibly the sweetest, because he has genuinely looked so damn quick all weekend. So very happy for him. Also Leclerc in the mix, both Ferraris being split by Max Verstappen. We'll see how that all plays out tomorrow in the race, which should be interesting. But for now, we're going to try it and beat the pole lap. And a big thank you to Carlos Sainz for allowing me to drive the Ferrari for a change and not have to drive the Red Bull, which we've driven plenty of times this season, so it's nice to have a bit of a change and drive a different car. Now, I'll fix the force feedback in a bit. We've got a bit of bumpiness going on, although to be fair, there's a lot of porpoising going on with the Ferrari cars around here, so consider that some accurate force feedback regarding porpoising. But yeah, we're going to try it and beat the lap. So we're going to go for just a baseline mode as always on our first attempt, just to see where we're at pace-wise, and then we'll start making adjustments, trying to shave off lap time and get quicker. So lap number 1, get ready for the DRS as we head down to turn 1. Tyres are actually decently up to temp, besides the front right. On the anchors then, I'm going to brake quite early, 125 meters for turn 1. Not a lot of grip in the low speed. Full spin on the exit, as the medium doesn't really light up that well. Making our way through turn 3, up to 8th gear, as we then head into the Variante Roja. Going to brake at 100, down a third, a little bit wide on that first apex, which compromises our line on the exit a little bit. Now into the Lesmos. This is where Verstappen was quick, but Carlos Sainz was super quick in his qualifying lap. Lesmo 2, having to scrub off a lot of speed there as well. DRS open, down the back straight as we prepare the Variante Ascari. Where to brake, let's go for the 100. 5th gear, bounce over the curbs, back end sliding. We are not really carrying much speed so far, but it's a clean lap, which is decent enough. And I can't wait to fix this full seat. My hands are hurting from just trying to hold onto the wheel. But I'm driving the Jarno Opmir's setup at the moment through a final corner, Parabolica, now known as the Michele Alboreto curve, and across the line it's a 23.6, so to be fair, not far off at all. 3.4, we can definitely work with that. Attempt number 2, soft tyres now on the car, so now we're kind of running at the proper pace. I've also taken out a bunch of fuel. We've kept the wings the same, I'm quite happy with those, and we're now going to increase the engine mode a little bit, so let's get to work. Brake bar slightly towards the rear, so we'll see if these changes will improve the feeling. Also force feedback now is a bit more relaxed, so we can hopefully focus on our driving. So guys, if you enjoyed the video, leave a like. Let's try and smash over 1,000 likes, and also subscribe for more daily F1 content, guys, and more of this series. Through the first chicane, avoid that exit curb. The car does not like tractioning up on that curb, so we will steer clear. That was actually a very nice first chicane. Now into the Variante Roja. Going to brake at 100. Bit of grass on entry, which I just lost the balance of the car a little bit, but we get much better rotation, change of direction. Lesmo 1, going to dip to 4th and then quickly back up to 5th there. Just have to find a bit of rotation. Lesmo 2, carrying a bit more speed there as well. DRS open, down the back straight, up by about 1.7 seconds as we now head into Ascari. Going to try and open up the line. There we go, get that inside curve a bit more. That was better, although the exit was wide. That was a bit of a knock-on, which would be a track limits warning, although we're probably going to go quicker than this, so I'm not too concerned. So we'll finish the lap anyways. Through the final corner, up to the line, and it's going to be a pretty big improvement here. Already getting us in the ballpark, and it's a 21.0, so we're nearly there, 8/10 away. So we're almost on target. Let's make some more adjustments. I reckon we may already get a chance to break the lap on the next attempt. Now, to be fair, not a lot has changed. I've just reduced the fuel to a very small amount. So besides that, the setup is the same. I'm hoping to run a bit more engine mode on this one, which will help us. But yeah, engine mode and a lesser fuel load should do the job. Also think we can do a bit better with certain corners and carry a bit more speed in certain areas. So let's try and send it. I reckon we can beat the lap already on this attempt if we hook it up right. So first chicane, let's try and brake as late as possible. Oh, okay. That was a bit too aggressive. A bit too late in the brakes. The engine mode that I was carrying, which gave us more top end speed, I tried to brake at the same point as before and didn't make it. So basically hit the brakes too hard, locked the rear. So we'll try that one again. I've got enough fuel for one more run on this one. So let's try that one again. Same engine mode as last time. We'll just brake a little bit earlier and be wary of the rear locking. I think we can get a nice clean lap here if I can just get through the first chicane. A few areas to improve. So let's brake at 125. Bit more like it. Slight bit of rear locking, but that works. Gets the car rotated. Easy on the power. That's my slight concern with the higher engine mode, is that we might struggle in the traction zones. But already up by 4/10, so it's a good start. Looking at delta on the wheel dash. This time avoiding the grass on entry into La Roja chicane, and that was perfect. Really nice through there. We're going to keep it in 5th this time through Lesmo 1. We're going to turn in a bit later. Get a bit of mid-corner understeer, but that's okay. 4th gear for Lesmo 2. We're going to need that to kind of dip in and get a bit more rotation. Up by 8/10 as we make our way into our Skyrim. Now, this is where we ran wide last time, so we're going to find out if it loses us time or gains us time. Lots of inside curb through the entry, and that was a better exit. That's more like it. And just like that, we're up by nearly a second, so this is looking good. Parabolic of them. I feel like I haven't quite maximised this corner yet. Going in a bit earlier this time. Bit of mid-corner understeer kicking in, but it's clean, and that is a great lap. Very nice lap. We've got just enough battery across the line, and it's a 20.0, so we beat the pole time. Lovely. Nice lap there. I've got a touch more engine mode, and maybe a litre of fuel or two to shave off. So we're going to basically push the car to the limit now and see what we can do in a flat out lap. I reckon maybe a 19.5 could be possible. So let's find out. Let's see what we can do. There we go. Almost as I predicted. A 19.6, a 10th off a 5. That'll do. That was a clean lap. I'm happy with that. I reckon there's maybe another 10th, maybe a 10th and a half. I was a little bit wide of the apex into turn 4 through the left, and also the final corner was a little bit wide of the apex, but that wasn't as important. It's mainly just turn 4. Besides that, pretty happy with it. Lost a bit of time on the first chicane, but it felt good. So yeah, I'm not mad about it. That was a lap with minimal mistakes, so we'll take that. So pole lap in the books. Let's quickly browse the setup and you guys can see what I was running in that one. So soft tyres, I made a tweak to the rear pressures to reduce them a little bit so we had some better rear traction for the key traction zones. Fuel wise, 6 litres, enough for 2.4 laps. We then go to electronics. I was running hot lap and motor, so basically full power for the lap. Aero, I kept actually a little bit higher than default, so originally it was 15, 15, 21. On the last run, I went 16, 16, 22. With the higher engine mode, it kind of cancels out the extra wing, but I still have that cornering benefit. So that's what I went for on the very last lap, which gave me half a second. And then alignment default, aero sensors, not really relevant. Again, no time gain there. Dampers, drivetrain, everything here is default. Generic brake bars on 52, halo default, heave dampers default, suspensions, all that default. And yeah, steering assist on 90, of course, for the porpoising and extreme bouncing and, you know, just shaking effect. Anyway, guys, that is it for today's episode. Smash the like button. Let's try and smash over 1,000 likes. Subscribe for more daily F1 content on my channel. Like I said before, this will happen on the race weekends when there's actually F1. On the weekends that there isn't F1, we will do the retro version and beat some classic pole laps. So always get the suggestions in the comments down below, and I'm always checking you guys out down there. As always, check out the mods, links down below in the description. And yeah, cheers for watching, guys. As always, a big shout out to the members for supporting the channel. Check out the 2 videos on screen if you haven't seen them already. And yeah, guys, cheers for watching. Hopefully tomorrow's a good race, and fingers crossed it's a little bit of fun.